In the educational field, there are big issues very important for the research. One of them is didactic, because it facilitates the learning of the students, making the teaching learning process more effective, dynamic, constructive, and meaningful for both the students and for teachers. One of the main necessities in the learning of a foreign language is the development of the four skills, which are listening, speaking, reading, and writing. In learning a foreign language, speaking or oral production is one of the most difficult skills to develop. Indeed, oral interaction skills are often neglected in classroom environment because their success depends on a large number of teaching and learning factors. For this reason, I will focus in this important topic, oral production in the classroom. Around this topic, many projects have been developed in different contexts. Doing a literature review, I found some others with some interesting projects on this topic. For example, Parcelling of the University of Gothenburg made a project about developing strategic competence in oral interaction in English as a foreign language. The main purpose of this work was to explore the qualitative differences in students' abilities to use strategic competence for interacting in English, adapting language and situations. This project was based on action research that permitted qualitative research, and for collecting data, Parcelling used mixed methods such as classroom observation, oral tests, writing self-evaluation by students, and others. This work has a close relationship with my topic because it pretends to explore the students' abilities for developing a good oral interaction in English as a foreign language. This presents an approximation to an important point to discover how to develop different skills allow us to improve oral skill interaction. In the same way, Líderes Lafont Mendoza of Fundación Universidad del Norte in Barranquilla developed an important project about a study of factors that affect oral participation in the students. With this work, Líderes is looking for identifying the most relevant factors that affect the oral participation of the students. This project attempts to determine what types of classroom activities is and difficult oral participation in class. Moreover, to identify the strategies that the students use to participate orally and to find positive and negative attitudes towards the second language learning. For developing this work, Líderes Lafont used ethnography like type of research because it describes and understands the behavior of a particular social or cultural groups. She wanted a qualitative research that allowed obtain features of the research situation in order to establish relevant issues. During the process, she used different methods to collect data, such as observations, recordings, questionnaires, interviews, and diaries. This project has a great importance because in the learning of English as a foreign language emerge many aspects that difficult the correct development of oral production skill. Through researches such as this, it is possible to discover the different factors and aspects that affect the development of different skills and find possible solutions with the objective to carry out action to improve, in this case, oral production skill. From those studies, I decided to concentrate on oral production in the classroom that can be addressed from different types of qualitative research. For example, from phenomenology can be how the lived experience of students in the learning of English as a foreign language to affect the oral production skill. This is a good method of qualitative research because it allows to describe how lived experience can influence in the student's behavior in a positive or negative way. Besides, this method is useful for attempting to understand students' perceptions, perspective, and how the student's lived experience in the learning of English as a foreign language to affect the oral production skill. On the other hand, from action research approach, a topic can be students first that impede to develop oral production skill in a correct way. Action research is an appropriate approach for the research because it provides new knowledge and understanding about how to improve or resolve significant problems in classrooms and schools in order to improve the quality of the educational process. Through action research, it is possible to make a deeper look and discover the main fears of the students that prevent them from developing oral production successfully. Moreover, it allows to teachers to obtain more accurate due to it is possible to carry out research within the same classroom. In addition, from ethnomethodology, a topic can be main methods used by students to improve oral production skills. In this case, ethnomethodology permits to study and to describe the different methods and practices that the students employs for improving oral production skill. With this approach, it is possible to discover how students employ practical reasoning to make sense of their weaknesses and in this way understanding the methods or practices that they choose for progressing satisfactorily in their learning process. For carrying out those research, it is important taking into account the selection of participants. For each approach will be chosen 10 students randomly of 6th semester of Licenciatura program at Universidad Católica de Oriente, because those students are in a process of advanced training which requires a good developed of oral production skill. The methods to collect data will be observation, that can be participant and non-participant, field diary, personal interviews and questionnaires, audiovisual materials such as recording and photos. Those aspects will collect relevant information which then will be analyzed with the aim of obtaining conclusions to improve oral production skill in the classroom.